Ulster. Could somebody? I don't have my other phone. I gotta turn it on and connect it to Wi-Fi. I believe everybody's just telling me that Aaron Parnas is breaking news that they're gonna cave. And does he have any other information in that video other than that, or do we have? Or is that just it? Is that all we know? Okay. So you know as much as I do in that instance. Ten to 12 senators are going to vote with Republicans. I will be fucking furious, dude. Fucking Fetterman. Fucking Fetterman. Well, Fetterman, but like, what? This is a weird group. That doesn't make a ton of sense. Shaheen Peters, Hassan Fetterman, Masto King, Rosen Ossoff, Kelly. Kelly? What? What? I don't know that I buy that. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. Ossoff doesn't make any sense either, dude. On a promise that Republicans will protect the ACA. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we're gonna find out together. I'll be asleep, but I guess we're gonna find out together. A promise that they'll vote on it, right? Not promise to keep it. Yeah. That's fucking crazy, dude. I mean, primary them. What do you mean? Okay, so like your constituents are calling you more than we are calling our Republican constituents or senators? No fucking shot. You're hearing more noise telling you to like fucking cave? No, how do you arrive at this? How do you arrive at this as this is the answer? I don't get it. I don't know, man. Use your voice to reach out to Hakeem for us. What would you? I mean, I appreciate. I like that you think that I have any sort of more pull than you guys do. But if these senators all decide, I mean, that's kind of how a representative democracy 60 vote threshold. That's it. That's it. This is the only thing. I mean, the rest of the bill is fucking psychotic anyway. The rest of the bill is a nightmare. A 1 year extension does not really help us anyway. Other than the idea that like in the midterms we're going to deal with a different Congress, a different Senate potentially. God, but that's fucking crazy. Can I ask your opinion? Let's say, okay, go to Bill tomorrow. Like, let me do this. They go, I go, hey, okay. If our representatives are spineless little weirdos, it's fine. We go general strike. What does that look like for me? I would participate other than coalescing coalitions. What do I do to make it not seem flippant? Stop spending money? Done. Deal. Easy. What else? Build community mutual aid. Great. Done. Easy. That's what we do here. Terry, I'm in. I mean, are we doing something this weekend? Are we doing something this weekend? We'll figure it out. I'll coordinate with you. It should be this week. Hands up. I don't have money to survive. Horrific. He's a Democrat and secretly voting with Republicans. I'll be down at home, roughneck, pretending he's a Democrat, but secretly a leftist who is going to bully everyone into getting universal health care. He's not folksy. I don't know. Who gives a shit? However you would describe Fetterman. He's twice my height. Yeah, good thing I've had 0 strokes. So who's winning actually? You know, what do you think? That might have been dicey. I don't know if that's okay. But also, fuck you. You know, honestly, actually, fuck you. You know? If they fucking do this and don't get anything but a promise, that is the most cucked thing. And that's us talking. That will be the most cucked ass thing. Oh, do you promise they will vote on this again? Yeah. Oh my God. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God, dude. Oh geez. Oh geez. We got two hitters in here.
Okay, I ran upstairs because I was at Costco. I was at Costco and I got a message on Discord that said you're being summoned, and so I had to leave and come home, and I had to carry my groceries upstairs. But I'm here. Okay. What have I don't even need to know what this is about. I know what this is about. What have you been saying?
We had breaking news.
Yes.
From a source to remain nameless, and they said that the Dems are going to cave. There's going to be 10 Dems that break rank because they were promised a vote in December, maybe.
Okay, so I similarly, when I found this out, was so upset that I had to go take a walk.
To Costco.
And yes, I went to Costco. Well, I found out about this a little bit earlier and so I was like, I have things I have to do today because I'm a person. But the gist of what I got, because I was thinking, I was like, why? Like, I was so angry. But after the years of doing this, I have tried really, really, really hard that anytime something pisses me off, before I let myself get angry to the point of yelling at people, I try to figure out why they're doing what they're doing. Do I think if I was in their position, I would be doing this? Abso-fucking-lutely not. But from the gist of what I gathered, the Republicans have made it abundantly clear. They do not care how bad it gets. They do not care how many people don't get SNAP benefits. They do not care if people are out of work. They do not care if they are not getting paid. And they have made it abundantly clear to their colleagues, we don't care how bad things get. You are not going to change our mind. That is the gist of it from what I gather. Yeah. And no, I'm not buying a dog toy. And so there are two theories of thought here, which is okay, well, you don't care. You're in charge of the government. You got to figure this out. That's my train of thought. This has got to be a reset on how people think of Republicans just get to act like toddlers, and then Democrats have to come in and save the day every time. That's what happens. That's just the people just accept that, and that's just what people accept, and it shouldn't be like that. And then the secondary school of thought is, no matter how bad things get, they're not going to change their minds, and we don't want people to suffer. And I'm going to be honest with you, if I was the United States Senate right now, I think this would probably be one of the worst, like the hardest days of my job of trying to decide, do I want people to suffer more because of this? And do I want to take a stand? Or do I want to try to put an end to this so that we can minimize the amount of people that are suffering? And I'll be honest with you, I don't know which one's the better answer. I really don't.
I do. There are people in here every day. You've seen them every day who
are not going to get SNAP benefits. We have a year. And so I think the mentality behind this is
the end of next year. Yeah, that's a year for people to figure out how to like. But what I'm saying is, like, for me, like, yes, people are suffering regardless, and this is an incredibly horrific thing that the Republicans are doing by saying, unless you let us kick people off of their health insurance, and therefore people are going to decide whether to eat or pay for their medicine, and in some instances absolutely perish because of these decisions.
Yeah.
Unless you let us do this, we're going to continue to starve children. And so I'm not going to let you do that.
That's where most of the House Democrats are at right now. Like, the point of doing this, if this is how this was going to end. I think that's kind of where I'm at.
If it turns out that the predictions were right when you were doing this just to get through the midterms, and then suddenly now it's fine. We had a good midterm, so we can cave. And so
that wasn't the midterms.
What?
That wasn't the midterms.
No, I know. I mean, I'm saying like the election, the off-year election.
Yeah.
So like, if that's the allegation, and you turn around and prove them. Look,
that's
correct.
Exactly what I said. That is exactly what I said when I found out. Is I was like, this is gonna pop the balloon of like everyone who was pumped about Tuesday. Instantly. Like that's where I'm at, and that's how I felt when I reacted. And I just want to know whoever the senators are who vote for this. I just want to know what is their reasoning? What are you going to say? Like, what are you going to tell people? I now have to go.
Calling them. Okay.
Good to see you. Yes, I have to go. But
keep me posted.
People say I'm not angry enough. I want to be very clear. I am a very emotional person, and I have to measure my emotions when I am talking about things like this, because if I don't measure my emotions, I will not be able to have a straight conversation.
I think,
and this is one of those moments.
That wasn't directed to. I saw that comment too. I think that was broadly. You aren't angry enough.
Yeah. I trust me. I am very angry and I'm very passionate. But as someone whose health insurance is going up by $300 a month, and as someone who was also on SNAP as a kid, this is a very emotionally charged issue for me, and I am trying very hard to not just yell and scream and cry at people.
Yeah.
That being said, I do have to go, but if I find out any more information, I will let you know so that you can
be home.
Relay.
We'll be home tomorrow. Tomorrow's travel day, but I'll see you tomorrow.
All right, bye.
Appreciate you. Bye. Yeah. I think call your senators. Fuck it. Number so I can text you, and I just call and be like, what the fuck are you doing? What are you doing? The concessions they're making are fucking crazy. If that's true, if they're just like going to get people who are furloughed or laid off from government positions rehired, and a promise with no no sort of repercussions levied on the Republicans, that is a fucking shit deal. That is the worst you did. It's basically for nothing. Technically, it's not for nothing. It's pretty much worthless when you tell that to somebody who's going to lose their health coverage. Like, I think somebody just said this, but like, the momentum has been shifting in a way that is like very palpable, and like you can feel it. And like leading up to Charlie Kirk, it was like Epstein. They're losing the battle on this. They're losing the battle, and like Charlie Kirk swung the pendulum crazy in the other direction in an insane, scary fucking way. And then this was the first time since September we've had the momentum on our fucking side. We are holding their feet to the fire. Our representatives are doing the one fucking thing The one thing that they've shown backbone about in the last, I don't know, 12 years that I can remember. Maybe I'm just a pessimistic historian, but like the one fucking time. And then we have this monumental set of elections where we just trounced them. We have the fucking momentum going into this, and people are on board. And the polls suggest that everybody is like understanding that this is the Republicans' fault and it's the shutdowns. And we're watching Trump's Supreme Court say fight against the release of SNAP benefits, and saying like, hey, Trump is actively working against you to get SNAP benefits. And like, it ultimately, if you're receiving SNAP benefits, it doesn't matter. You need them. Who cares who is denying you those coverage? Like your kids still gonna be food insecure. But Jesus fuck, if you just cave to this with this sort of like the most spineless promise that you're gonna vote with no leverage at all in December, that would be a fucking disaster. It sure would. What does Aaron say? New post from Aaron. What did he say? Why is Aaron? Why are we doing this? I like Aaron. But Axios doesn't. Megan, I agree. The shit in those files must be diabolical. The shit in those files must be astronomical. Megan said the same thing I said earlier, which is they're just going to draw this out till the Tennessee special election to make sure that they have enough votes to just vote down the fucking. Gotta be. Why are you always folding my comments? Because I'm Canadian? No, I'm not folding your comments. TikTok does that, I think. Let me look at the news. I brought my other phone for this, but I wasn't prepared. I was just going to come on and say like a cheeky hello before we went to bed and got on a plane. But I'm just going to look at all CNN, fake news CNN. U.S. states ordered to stop and undo issuing full SNAP funds. Dope. Great. Air travel's fucked. No shit. CNN.UK. Get out of here. Where the fuck are we even? Ever heard of America? I'm just going to go to ground news.
MSNBC's Akayla Gardner is at the White House for us. So, Akayla, what did Leader Thune say, and what does this mean?
What the fuck?
MSNBC's Akayla Gardner is at the White House for us. So, Akayla, what did Leader Thune say, and what does...
Well, Alex, it sounds like there's been major breakthrough in the last hour on Capitol Hill. Senator John Thune said today that there will be a vote to open the government. The exact contents of that vote we still don't know yet, but Senator Markway Mullin predicted that we could see a vote within the next 4 to 6 hours. Take a listen to him earlier today talking about negotiations.
There's a couple things that we did negotiate with to get the Democrats' votes. I think we will have the votes. Of course, you never know, but I believe we'll get there because keep in mind, Ag Bill also has a SNAP program. And it's going to be very, very difficult for them to vote against that.
They're telling us we'll put money in, whatever money we agree on for a continuing resolution to fund the government, but we're telling you in advance we are going to rescind the funding you want. And we need, in whatever agreement we reach, to have some really solid guarantees in that legislation that they simply can't go and renege after it's done.
Now, MSNBC reported on Friday that there started to be cracks within the Democratic coalition. A group of about 10 Democrats met in Senator Angus King's office on Friday for about an hour. And this comes after we've reached day 40 of the shutdown, with now the economic and human toll seeming to mount. But the exact context remained to be seen. Schumer called for on Friday a proposal that would reopen the government with that clean funding bill, but also 3 appropriation bills in addition to that. Whether he gets his 1-year extension of Obamacare subsidies, we don't know, or whether Republicans simply have this promise for a vote on those subsidies that Democrats have been pushing for during the shutdown. That remains to be seen, but certainly hope here that the shutdown could come to an end as soon as today.
In the midst of this, the Trump administration demands states return SNAP benefits that some already distributed. Okay, in the middle of this, in the middle of all this, Democrats are like, stop trying to kick people off their health care. And Republicans are like, no. And they're like, what if we did everything that you want in this fucking awful bill that adds $5 trillion to the debt by giving tax cuts to the billionaires and all of the other fucking awful shit, if you just leave people's healthcare alone so that people could get SNAP benefits? And they're like, no. They're for what? So that rich people can get, don't lose focus. Don't lose sight of this. The only thing that they are doing, they're cutting entitlements, which usually reduces the debt, which usually reduces government spending. And somehow they are cutting entitlements and then also adding to the debt. And the way that they're doing that is to sentence some people in America to die. Do you get that? And so 10 Democrats look at this and go, this is fine. Actually, they promised to vote on this. It's nuts. It's fucking bizarro world, dude. And they just sent $40 billion to another country as a loan. The thing that Republicans were falling all over themselves during Ukraine, despite us telling them that it's mostly disused military equipment and old Nikes. We're just like, hey, that's not the same thing, right? This is just cash to Argentina. Nearly as much as we've sent in disused military equipment to Ukraine. Fuck off, dude. You want to sleep? Me too. Okay. This is a mess. I wish that I didn't get this news tonight, but I wish we all didn't get this news. This is not it. Call your reps, dude. I did a video. It's not hard, but I did a video and I included the rep switchboard. But you can just Google what the rep switchboard is. Just call them. Call them right now. Just start calling. It's 2:00. Leave this live. Here's a goddamn CTA. Here's a call to action from your boy. Go call your reps. Leave a message. Do not fucking flood their fucking lines. 1,500. If 500 of you do this, just go make 2 calls. Promise me. Yeah, do it again. If you did it, do it again. Who gives a shit? I'll call. I got unlimited long distance. I don't know. I'll give them a call. Fuck it. Call for real. do not do, if they're going to do it, make sure that they know that they're going to be fucking hit hard about it. Actually do it. Actually do it right now. Leave this live. Exit out. Call the switchboard. If you've never done it, it's not that fun. But like, just go and try. Call your representatives. There's a congressional switchboard that you can find. You can call your fucking senators. Do it. Actually go and do it. You can do it. He's waffling and other people are waffling. And so like my CTA before I got on the plane, my call to action for you was to call your goddamn representatives and just flood their fucking Instagram, flood their messages, flood their text messages. If they're on the fence, kick them back over help them find their goddamn fangs. I called twice since I've been home. Okay? You can do it too. Not that my life is hard. I got off a plane. It's really not that difficult, but like fucking please just go do that. It's not over yet. If we're trying to grasp at straws and find some hope. Fuck these people. And let's be clear. I think, That's Rich, who I've mentioned before, who's one of my favorite creators on here, like, and into the same sort of sentiment that I was talking about, like, it's easy to like forget. Like, we are disappointed in our representatives right now. Disappointed is a delusional euphemism that I'm using, but we are disappointed in the Democratic administration, not administration, side. But it is important to remember that those 8 Democrats that are voting or potentially voting are in lockstep with the 53 other Republicans who are salivating at the idea of like potentially killing 50,000 Americans a year. So let's not lose track of that. Let's not lose track of the other overwhelming majority of people who are voting yes for this every time. Republicans are still at the fucking, when you lay this at their feet, it's still going to be their fault. Come here. Hi, baby. Can I pick you up? Hi, baby. Welcome home. Yeah. Okay, come on. Come here. I know. She's been pretty antsy. Hi, baby. All right, you want to get down? Okay. Ooh, spicy baby. Spicy baby. I'm sorry. She said no. Anyway. She hissed at me a little bit. That's just her being like, I said no, and now I'll fucking kill you. Yeah, all right. Oh, I am in rare form. You guys have been up late. You guys have been up late with me. Now you're just fighting sleep. What else? Jeff, follow back. Dems caved and got nothing in return. 40 days of suffering for no reason. Yeah, I mean, this is the kind of person that we're up against. Is like, are you excited about that? Like, I'm just, again, I was just talking about this video I just made with like this, the most like intense misunderstanding of the situation, where this Republican guy who's like, Democrats love giving money to the rich. And I was like, what? Wait, what the fuck is he talking about? And like, I'm curious if people like that have any idea of what has been going on for the last 2 months, for the last 6.5 weeks. Have like a fucking the faintest idea of what the Democrats were doing and why. Like, do you think that person, like so many Republicans, have gotten their messaging from the president, who is a lying liar who lies and says the Democrats are shutting down the government because they want to give illegal immigrants health care, and then they're psyched about how they fucking fell on their face, and just like has no earthly concept about like what ACA subsidies are and how they're set to expire and what that means for people who need them to survive. Like, do you think that guy has any fucking idea about what we're talking about? Do you think he has what a fucking earthly clue that is? Not a fucking idea. And to nobody's point, I did see that, and I make it a point not to like look away. When I see these videos, and I wonder if any of these soulless fucking alpha dudes in here, if I showed them the video of ICE tear gassing a 1-year-old, could stomach it for 2 seconds. Do you think that they could? Or do you think that they'd fucking look away? Super quiet now. That guy's super quiet is all I'm saying. Isn't that interesting? Anyway, amidst the fucking horror of this, again, Bernie Sanders keeps hitting on this point, and I think it's really important. And I know that this is true because I've got messages from you guys in my DMs being like, hey, pretty sure I'm going to die. And that is alarming. And to be honest, like, as good a head as you think I have on my shoulders, it is overwhelming to read some of those messages. And I don't know what else to do other than feel an immense sorrow for a lot of us. And that's been a lot. And so like Bernie Sanders going on the House floor and be like, 50,000 people a year are going to die. These are the same people that are like, who think that patriotism is standing for the national anthem, not a terrorist attack on our civilians by our government to the tune of 50,000 people a year. If you put it in terms like that, maybe these fucking chest pumping conservatives will understand that it's fucking 11 9/11s every year. I'm sorry, 15 9/11s every year. What did you?
I can't hear you. Hold on. What? Say things again. Is it
First of all, a couple of things.
Yeah.
You're coming in at a bummer time. It's a bummer.
I'm so sorry.
Second of all, what in the fuck is coming out of your head right now?
What?
What is behind
you? Oh, the
you?
Christmas tree.
It is November 10th.
Yeah. I ain't got shit to be thankful for this year, so you can suck it. I'm celebrating Christmas.
That is anti-Semitic to have that up so early, I think. That is.
Listen, I just want to say
is
I
an
support the
assault.
Jewish culture. Do you want to know how deeply I support the Jewish culture?
I'm terrified.
Hit it, team. Look what I figured out to do. I got some extra tech going on these days. Are you ready?
No.
Uh-oh.
Oh my God.
I didn't move a hand.
No. Who's running the show back there? What the fuck? You know what's crazy is I got a warning for this live that says Carly's live is restricted, and I was like, what did she do to get her live restricted? And it was just showing my nips. That's great. Cool.
They
This is
can
how-
gift, and it shows this now for me. I literally
No.
figured it out moments ago.
No. What do they have to
Exciting?
gift? What do they have to gift?
A flex me heart.
And it's just. I feel like that's low. That is a low barrier of entry to
Look what
that.
else that I can do.
This is sick.
Now I have cameras inside my incubators,
This is legit.
right?
Who else is at the helm? Do you just get like your mods?
I can't show it. I have a stream deck now, so I can start my music. Oh, and they can gift, and we can just, yeah. Oh, they're going nuts over here. Uh-oh, there's a lot of nerds over here just doing some weird stuff.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't know how I feel about this.
I literally just figured out how to do it. I'm really excited. Listen, look at all the money you're raising for these cats, and you're not even having to do anything.
Is this? I think. Is this? Wait, hang on. What was I trying to say? Is this TikTok Studio that you're doing?
Yeah.
So that entire trip wasn't for naught. It was for you.
I mean, it's technically streaming through OBS.
So it's not TikTok Studio. I don't think we can ever go live again.
It's okay. I can turn it off, but I'm having too much fun with it right now. I just figured out how to do it.
It's the barrier of entry's too low. I feel like shirtless Good Trouble should pull more than a flex heart. Give
I thought it
me.
was a good correlating gift.
I know, but put the value more than like 2 coins.
It's 99 coins. Thank you very much.
90. I don't know. I still, to this day, have no concept of any of this.
It is almost half a can of wet food.
Almost half a can of wet food.
You have currently, sir, those nips alone have just purchased 3 cans of wet food on this live. You have just fed 3 meals to a kitten in need.
Great. Where's my kitten in need?
You know what else I can do? Is I can actually go look at the Discord right now. Watch these nerds pop off. Yeah, I'm coming for you guys. Hi, friend.
She's sitting on the vent. She loves the vent.
I love a good heat vent too. Hi, sweet boy.
Yep.
All right. Well, I just wanted to let you know that you're doing a great deed, and you didn't even know
It's
it.
got to be a galaxy.
Scatter. I see you, Alicia.
It's got to be a galaxy.
Listen. I just figured it out. Okay. I'll put the price up there. We'll rack it up.
This is just mostly because I'm just trying to get it to happen less times. Just space it out a little bit. All right. Oh,
Okay. Well, I just wanted to show off all my new toys.
This is so sick.
your
I'm
nuts.
on the reel. I'm very excited for you. This looks like a perfect thing for you. This is exactly what you should be doing.
Well, and during the daytime, I've got it so that certain gifts flip all my camera angles, so you
Yeah.
can like flip back and forth between.
You can look at the
babies.
cats. That's so great. That's so sick. For me, it would just be the other side of my face, and that would just be people would be really disappointed.
Okay, but here's the thing: is you can make it make sounds, and so you could be doing a debate, and you could set a certain gift that people could boo. your opponent.
Oh, so other people could do that.
So you could send a GIF and it'd be like, boo, like make an audio, like. Just like that. Just like that, but you don't have to like manhandle it. They can just do it for you.
Can I be honest? I read that as boo. So, no. Do we have a boo?
That's
We
boing.
don't have a boo.
No, we did find out that the kiss sound sounds like a zipper. So we were doing kiss sound, boy yo 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 yoing, and then a round of applause.
All right. I've been up for nearing 24 hours, so we're gonna call it a day.
That's impressive. Well,
Thanks.
listen, you're still going to be raising money for cats even from your bed, and I just wanted to thank you for that.
Asleep. That makes me feel good. Glad to donate to the cause. All right. Oh my God, I hate it. Okay. See you.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my God. That is unhinged. That's kind of great. That is a really funny thing. Ugh. I feel like if I don't go to sleep, I'm gonna be like an older millennial. Hang on. I'm gonna be like an older millennial and just drift off into slumber in front of 1,000 people. Except I won't pee myself by accident, as he's known to, you know?
I'm a woman on a mission. Hold on. I'll make this quick. Grandpa's got to go to bed.
But I've been up for 24 friggin' hours. Grandma, let's see this fucking photo already. Man, he's tall.
He's so tall.
I hate that.
so
He makes you
tall.
look 5'2".
I'm 5'11". He walked.
I hate this.
He walked into the room. The first thing he says is, "I love that shirt." We had a whole chat. It was great. It was fantastic. What top 10 best days of my life. You know what's
Damn.
crazy? You know what's even crazier? I told him, I said, I gotta be honest with you. I used to really not like you. I said I had very strong preconceived notions about you, and I'm a stubborn asshole. And you changed my mind. And if you can change my mind, you can change a lot of people's minds. He thought that was great.
Does he remember you talking to him before?
I have no idea. Probably not. I never assumed so, but I
He'll
did tell
remember
him. Well, I also did tell him, like, you need to pay your staff more. You have a great staff, the best digital team in America. They did a phenomenal job. And then I was very nonchalant about the whole thing, which was very surprising to me because I thought I would fangirl out, but I actually didn't. And then one of the staffers walked in who I remembered from Twitter, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're so-and-so." And he was taken aback at how excited I was about this digital staffer that walked in because I showed more excitement for the digital staffer than I did for him. It was
Game recognized game.
Just next Gavin Newsom. Just was like, "Yeah, you're all right.
I hate
You're all
that.
right. No big deal." Anyways,
Hey,
What was it?
I'm excited. I'm glad. You deserve a good day. That's great.
yeah, that was it. I just wanted to show my picture.
Great.
Go to bed. We love you.
I'm gonna go to bed. Appreciate you. Bye. What? All right, I'm going to bed. I have to. We made it to 9:30. No, I gotta stay up. I gotta make it to 10:30. Can you come sit with me? Let go. Oh no, she's purring and I'm just gonna sleep here. My baby. Gotta get her another doctor. This is not working. She's all stuffed up still. You're not going deep. I'm sorry. Okay, this is what we're doing again. Till she gets up. I think it is nebulizer time. She's gripping on this chair for like dear life. What? You're getting up. Don't go that way. Don't go that way, you maniac. Come here. Can you let go, please? I'm not gonna let you jump off the fucking side. Go this way. Yeah. You little idiot. Did you get more feet pics? Did I inadvertently show you the dogs? Is that what I'm seeing? All right. All right, friends, fading. Why 10:30? I don't know. I just feel like if I go to bed at 9:30, I'm gonna get up at 6. I guess that's fine. We just might have to adjust our schedule. I get to pick up Gertrude tomorrow, which I'm very fucking psyched about. I get to pick up Gertrude tomorrow. Joy is an act of resistance. I get to pick up Gertrude tomorrow, and it's going to be 71 degrees in Denver. Who is that? Who is Gertrude, you ask? It's this. This foxy she-devil. Not this guy. Gertie. Look at that. Look at that fitment. Anyway, I get to pick it up tomorrow. I've been psyched all week. Don't care, to be honest. Jeez, dude. All right, well, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? I guess can't win them all. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna go to bed. I do love, especially with fucking daylight savings time. I think it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world to try and like have a normal circadian rhythm and not go to bed at 2 in the morning with you guys. Maybe just go to bed at 12, get up at 8. But we'll see. For now, I'm going to try and lean into the East Coast hours and get up at like 6 or 7. I know this is it's a short life. There's so much cat hair. How? Anyway. What else did I have to tell you? That's pretty much it. I'm excited to be back. I'm excited to have a little bit of normalcy now. Can you come sit in my lap? No, she looked at me. She was like, no. Dogs for free by accident. All right. Good night. I love you. I mean it. See you tomorrow. Back at it tomorrow, probably. Cool.
Yeah, what do you do?
I bully people on the internet mostly.
Oh, hell yeah, that's my favorite thing to do.
Where are you from?
I'm from Virginia. What about you?
I live in Denver right now.
Oh, sweet. I was just there like a couple months ago.
Nice. Nice.
Like when you're arguing with people, like what do you usually argue about?
This and that. What do you think about, I don't know, you catch the news today?
With Trump?
Yeah.
Yeah, I did.
How do you fall on that whole thing?
Lock him up.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah, Tyler.
Lock him up, bro.
Yeah. Fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty funny though because I'm seeing like people like they're still defending them on some lives and stuff, and I'm just like, this claim defeat. It's all right. Like,
Can I ask how you voted in the last election?
me, I was unable to vote. Unfortunately, I was out of the country. But yeah,
Okay. Let me ask you, how would you have voted?
me.
Yeah, Tyler, you.
I mean, I don't know. If he makes sense, he makes sense. But I can tell you, Trump did not make sense. And I was actually surprised he got elected, to be honest. I did not think he was going to get elected.
Me and you both, kid. Me and you and everybody else on the planet also found that shocking.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's kind of, this shit's fucked. Everything's fucked. And what's crazy is that they knew about this and they still tried it. And they're trying super hard not to let the rest of these files out. And you can see why. Holy shit.
Yeah, nah, for real. I saw this person talking about it, and they're like, it's a Democrat propaganda. And I'm like, nah, bro. Like, they're trying so hard to cover this stuff up. Like,
and here's the thing, like, if there's shit about Democrats in there, lock them up too, motherfucker.
I don't think they understand that. Like, lock everybody up that's involved.
If you did bad shit to children, I mean to put you under the jail. Like it's not, I don't care if you were a president. I don't care if you are the fucking Pope. Probably even more if you were either one of those two things, you know?
Yeah, nah, 100%. Like I said, lock them up. Yeah, I feel like they're probably going to find a bunch of other people involved too. Like Trump is probably like the main focus, like just scale it down to try to see where Trump's involved. But like the more people look at it, the more names going to be brought up and stuff. So I'm excited to see.
There are members of his cabinet that are named in this.
Oh,
there's a guy, his name sounds like Zamboni, but I can't remember. It's like Zambrani. And he's in the fucking administration. And he led a parallel whatchamacallit? Not a beauty pageant. It was a parallel beauty pageant to Donald Trump's.
crazy work.
And yeah, that's how he met Melania. Oh, my poor cat's dying. Are you okay? Anyway, Tyler, appreciate you, dude. Thanks for coming up.
Yes, sir. Thank you for talking.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, my poor baby. What's going on with you? We gotta get this thing medicine. She's just out here coughing. Chat. There was a fucking... There was a cat that had found its way onto this patio. I almost doxed myself. There's a patio that wraps around my little upstairs here, and there's a fucking cat with a little bow tie and a little collar, and it found its way up here, and it just walked up to this window, and my cats were like, "What the fuck is this?" Oh, baby. And Pashmi does not like other cats. Pashmi does not like other cats. Hissing, like growling. Minnow, oddly, was just psyched. Minnow was like, "You're a cat," and just sat there. Anyway, that was our big event for today. Other than this fucking email dump, which we're gonna talk about. He was a boy. His name was Phil. Oh, baby, you sound fucking terrible. Sorry, just reading some comments. I'm trying, Ryan. I've been trying. We've gone to this fucking doctor so many times. I don't know what to do. We're gonna try. That's crazy. Was this actually a brilliant strategy by the Dems? No. No, it sure the fuck wasn't. This is not a win. This was no. This happened also. This happened over here next to this other thing. No. This would have come out had they held their ground and the government got reopened with the ACA subsidies. So no, we don't give them fucking credit for this. I think if you search a little harder, Cindy, you'll be able to find them. They're out there. But I think Obama used the name Trump as a nickname. That is an excellent level of cope. I love that level of cope. That is the level of cope you guys should all aspire. All you MAGA guys, you should aspire to that. No. Every time you see Trump in the Epstein files, it's actually it's Obama's code word. You can't be for real. Come on. Come on, dude. That's nuts. Anyway, I'm so desperate now for, like, I know that there are a lot of, we have a tendency to have a little echo chamber in here recently more than anything, but like any Trump supporters hearing this going, not ideal. Any Trump supporters hearing this and going, I don't give a fuck. I'm still a Trump guy. Did you get your name from John Lewis? Yes, 100%. 100%. Anyway, sorry. Anybody? Anyone? No? That's so interesting. That's so interesting. Clinton out there somewhere sweating, dude. This is the other thing. Okay, so like, let's recap. Takes that I've seen. What about Clinton? I think I made my point clear with Tyler earlier. Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. If there is evidence that Bill Clinton engaged in unsavory, being the kindest euphemism that I could think of right now, behavior with an underage woman, jail. And that's the difference, I think. Hopefully that difference is narrowing. hopefully the difference between me and Republicans, without like they're older millennials out here being like, it's no big deal, and they're just falling all over themselves to like try and figure out a way that this doesn't implicate the fucking president of the United States. But I think a lot of level-headed Republicans, being whatever the fuck that is, look at that and go, that's too much. That's too much. And we got to hope. But every time we hope, something else, you know. If I'll just say this, if I was a Republican pundit, I would not do any public speaking engagements right now. Not saying anything, not implying anything, but the timing of what happened last time when we were getting close, when the Epstein fervor was reaching fever pitch, something happened in September to distract us from that. You know? So I hear you on the nomenclature. I do. I hear you. Nathan, you want to talk about this thing or no? You want to come share your thoughts about this email dump? What do you think? What do you think, man? No? That's interesting. That's interesting. I get it. I get it. This is a pretty difficult thing to fucking defend, for sure. Mm-hmm. Oh, here you go. Nate's back.
I'm back, bro. I'll talk to you, bro. Don't beat me down too much, though.
Okay.
Don't dog walk me. But out of 20,000 emails, they bring out 3 from someone they call a victim who's actually dead, who's already testified under oath that Trump did nothing.
You don't know that.
That she testified under oath? Yeah, that's fact.
You don't know that this was the victim that they were referring to. Second of all that was released about this was this the same thing McEnany got was the same thing that we all saw. It was redacted. So unless she knows from some source that told her who that victim they were referring to was, maybe, I don't know, the president, you might not be arguing what you think that you're arguing, first of all.
Well, the only thing I'm arguing is, do you have irrefutable evidence that Trump did anything?
Wouldn't you think
in that regard?
Wouldn't you think
that's being implied?
Wouldn't you think that if out of the 20,000 some odd emails that they have, that 3 of these got released, wouldn't you want the other 20,000 emails to be released to exonerate your guy? Why is it, do you think, Nathan, he and Mike Johnson and Republican congressmen are fighting so hard not to release the files if the other 19,997 emails exonerate him? Why the fuck? Just riddle me that. Why do you think these people are fighting so hard not to release the rest of these files?
Because they're all corrupt and they got us fighting against each other, divide and conquer, and they're damn good at it, bro.
That would sound good if you were a fucking idiot, right? If you're dumb and you hear somebody say that, you're like, that makes sense. Except
no, you don't have to be dumb to know that.
The problem is the Democrats are fighting to release and some Republicans are fighting to, but some Republicans stand their ground, desperate, trying to coerce Lauren Boebert and on Marjorie Taylor Greene not to vote yes on this. Why do you think if this is not a big deal and the other emails would exonerate him, why the fuck, Nathan, do you think he's in the Situation Room trying to convince Lauren Boebert not to release these fucking files?
He's actually not. He's right now he's in a meeting.
She confirmed it.
He's in a dinner with all of the top CEOs of banks.
I just came from Axios telling us that he was in the Situation Room trying to convince Lauren Boebert that to not do this. What do you mean?
But I'm just saying that this is all a big distraction. This is a bait and switch, dude.
From what?
From oh wait, everybody look over here because we're going to do something else corrupt.
What are they distracting us from, brother?
Well, you know, I'm not going to sit out here and say, you know, something that I don't, you know, can't back up with you know, all the facts and give you, the sources and all those
just
things.
distracting us from anything.
But I can say it's not
just
good.
anything is a distraction from it. When something like this happens, which happens kind of a lot, it's a distraction from what?
Let me ask you this, right? We know you on
said,
your end.
No. You said this. I want you to fucking walk down this road for a little bit with me.
Okay.
Hold my hand and explain to me like I have the same cognitive ability as you do.
It's a distraction.
Try and figure out
Here,
what is this.
Factual. I can give you something
Nathan,
factual.
what is this
distracting you from? They're distracting you from. I can think of 38 trillion things that they're distracting you from.
Today.
Who do they actually owe the debt to? Who actually is it owed to? Japan has 8 trillion. We've got 38 trillion. But who actually is the debt owed to? That's what they're trying to distract you.
You sound like you are the dude on Always Sunny in Philadelphia with the red strings.
No,
they're distracting us from the debt that we know that we have.
Yeah, but who we owe it to? Who's it owed to?
Everyone that owns bonds.
We owe $38 trillion. Everyone that owns, no, really, that, you know, really, that it's the bond owners. Do you own bonds?
Not me. What do you think? Who do you think owns our debt?
Anybody that owns bonds.
Who do you
right
think
now
owns
is
our
insane.
debt? And how does that work?
Okay, I can tell you this.
They own it in bonds.
Yeah, look up the triad. Right? There's always, you know what? This goes way back, years, right?
Nathan,
there's people that control.
How is this a motherfucking distraction? How is the Dems releasing the fucking Epstein 3 emails a distraction from the debt that we owe? What do you fucking mean? That means it's nonsense what you're saying.
I know you're trying to overpower me here, and I would try to get it word and edgewise.
I'm just trying to keep you on task.
No, I am on task. I'm just telling you.
How is this a distraction from that?
Okay, because you don't know what's going to happen. Because they're trying to keep you. They're trying to keep you focused on what they want you to focus on.
The Democrats are?
No, all of them. I wouldn't say it's just the Democrats, dude. You think that? Think of this. Do you think the Republicans are the only bad guys?
Do you think that the Democrats and the Republicans are both trying to distract us with this list?
Absolutely.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Absolutely, they are. But I mean,
think that wait. Do you think that maybe alternatively, the reality is the simplest explanation is the correct one, which is that the current sitting president is implicated in the most prolific child sex trafficking ring of all time, something that we knew for a long time, and that maybe that the details of this sordid shit is just coming out? Do you think that maybe the simplest answer is it's something about a fucking razor?
Okay.
Oscar's razor. That's it.
Well, implicated is one thing, but if you can absolutely prove it without a shadow of a doubt,
maybe not a distraction then.
No, maybe without a shadow of a doubt as a fact, then it would be worthy of getting my full attention. But what about what is Trump the only one that's implicated? No, but is there anybody else that might be implicated? Do you think that it might be on both sides? Wow, maybe.
What if? Okay,
is Trump the only one implicated?
Stop getting fucking distracted by your own distraction. If Donald Trump is implicated, is that bad?
Oh, of course it is. It's bad, but it's an implication, right? If you were implicated, that would be fucking bad. But does it mean that you actually did it?
Let's say, Nathan, that there was enough evidence to say that Donald Trump was involved in this. That's what I'm asking.
Was he? Was he actually, for sure, without a shadow of a doubt, factually?
Are you malfunctioning?
No, I'm just asking a question.
I'm asking you a question. Okay. If there is enough information that says we're going to get the information eventually, because Grivaldo was just sworn in, right? They're voting on whether or not to release this. We're going to get the information, right? If there is information to back up what we have been what has been implied here, right? Would that change your mind?
If it's not just a bunch of heated rhetoric and hyperbole, you bet your sweet ass it would. But
me
it doesn't
ask you
need
some
to change
follow-up
my
questions.
mind because
Let
my
me ask you
mind-
some follow-up
I
questions.
don't give a fuck. These guys are all scoundrels. All of them.
Let me
every
ask
last
you
one
some
of them.
follow-up questions. Did Trump try and steal the 2020 election?
No.
Did he of the felonies that he was convicted of, were those legitimate?
Was he? Was he convicted?
34 times.
Of what? Of what specifically?
Fraud.
What crime did he commit?
Fraud.
Okay. Fraud. Now, wait a minute. Did he commit it or did his bookkeeper commit it?
Did Donald Trump
Did he go to jail? Did he spend a day
Donald
in
Trump
jail?
assault E. Jean Carroll?
You know what? That's what a swayed jury said. Sure. But did he actually get?
What I am illustrating to you now, my loyal, loving viewers, is that despite being given any information, despite this person doing all of these things, despite juries and mountains, insurmountable evidence pointing to the reality of these things, including what we are going to find out about this, these people with these particular worms in their brain, it will not matter. Even if they are implicated of doing the worst thing that is societally agreed upon, which is one of the worst things, which is harming children sexually, these people will never hold these people accountable. They will twist themselves into these disgusting little pretzels to try and figure out how to moralize this, or how it's all a witch hunt, or how it's
However
never.
you want to spin
It
it.
is all that they do. It is easy to prove that is all that they do because I just fucking did that. Anytime this person does anything wrong, there's a witch hunt, there's a hoax, there is a foul. He runs afoul. It's not the fact that this man is a contemptuous, like malignant narcissist, disgusting, vile human being. It is proven time and time again. The way that he talks to people, the way he talks about people, the way that he treats like children, it is plain as day, and these people have their fucking wool so far over their eyes that they will never even admit this. So even with, this is why I've been so like blasé about this, even with all of this information at the precipice, all of us receiving all this information, they are going to, and they did this morning when fucking Caroline, whatever fucking her name was, came on television and like tried to say this is a hoax, it's fake news, it proves that he wasn't involved. They'll just say this shit, and then these people will just open their throats and accept it, and it's fucking embarrassing. It's so fucking embarrassing. It's crazy. How is this a distraction, Nathan? Can't answer it. If this information leads us to the conclusion that this guy hurt kids, would you change your mind about him? I have to see proof. You've been given proof about these other things. Did it change your mind about that? Nope. It's so fucking embarrassing, dude. I don't know how to fix this. I have no fucking idea. We do this every fucking time. Show me proof. Here's the proof. You faked that proof. Okay. It's nuts, dude. It's fucking, it drives me, it's literally driving me insane. I think I'm giving myself a fucking ulcer. And it's universal. As sure as the fucking sun will rise tomorrow, Nate or people like Nate will do this exact fucking thing all over the internet tomorrow. They will fold themselves into pretzels trying to figure out how our reality does not fit their reality, and they'll come up with something believable enough to them, and they'll be Nate all over the internet. It's fucking crazy, dude.
So is it guilty until proven innocent, or are you just fucking guilty? We're going to burn you at the stake and we'll find out later.
I'll just ask you the same questions. Ready? Was he guilty of all the things that I said?
Okay. He isn't in jail. Of what real fucking crime did he commit? The fraud. Tell me specifically what statute that he fraud.
Campaign finance fraud. 34 different fucking felonies.
I don't know, man. Can you show me the source on that? Because
Yeah, it's in every fucking newspaper since the time that he got, since the time that they found him guilty.
I mean, that's
a
all you
jury of
guys
his
fucking
peers.
do.
It's in every fucking newspaper, Nathan.
Dude, mute
show
me some
me
more.
proof
Dude,
of that.
You need to get more off your chest. Just mute me so you can keep going on with your fucking rhetoric and hide.
Sure, dude. I'm happy to. Can you show me proof? Yeah, dude. It was in every newspaper and on every media outlet. There's a fucking mugshot of when he was arrested for the campaign finance fraud that he did. That was just the one. And this is the point. This is the point. Are you going to give me some, are you guilty until proven innocent? You don't care about that. You don't care about that. You don't give a shit. This is why every time you're like, I care about the rule of law, you elected a fucking felon, right? You don't give a shit about the rule of law. Prove it here. No. What? Then what do you want? How would you like to proceed in the lived reality that we have now? I've shown you proof. You don't accept the proof. The sky is blue. No, it's actually red. I show you that it's blue. You say that's fake news. It's fucking, I don't know. I feel like, how do we move on with these people that can't accept the structures of reality? I don't get it. It is one of the most brilliant framings of this administration that they started in 2016. It is one of the most sinisterly brilliant things that they did was just changing what reality meant, changing what our relationship to facts. And they sure fucking did that. And it got into these people's brains like worms. It can be either one. And it's not, dude. It's fucking not. It's crazy. Any of you people want to get up here and talk about this? Let's hear it, Cosmo.
Good trouble. How you doing, buddy?
How do you feel about this, Cosmo?
About the emails? Talking about the emails? Or something else? Can you hear me? You hear me okay?
No, I want to talk about your mother's egg salad. Yes, I want to talk about the fucking emails. How do you feel? How do you feel about this? Let's just do a thought experiment, Cosmo. If this is the massive fucking thing that it is, right? And it comes out, and this guy's like just dead to rights, right? That you yourself comb over these emails, and he's just like irrefute on the plane, in the hot tub. Stop stealing the young girls from my spa, Jelaine Maxwell. We need them, right? If all of this shit comes out, does that change your opinion on whether or not this guy should be leading our country at the moment?
Yes. 100%.
Why
you give me emails, and I'm still pissed off that Hillary's emails aren't disclosed, but putting that aside, if you give me his email, if you give me his emails, or those emails that absolutely, irrefutably nail him to the wall, I'm all in. I'm all in. Anybody involved in that, well, then we have to take the steps. I mean, you know what's going to happen. If those emails become so damning where it gets the Republicans to turn on him, you know what's going to happen. It's basically the end of him. He's going to have to resign.
Mm-hmm. And then what?
Right? He's going to have to do a Nixon. Well, he's going to have to resign and then probably be charged.
You think that'll happen?
No, 100% no.
Do you think then, continuing down this hypothetical, the people protecting the president of the United States, trying to not release these files, doing his bidding by delaying the vote on this, watching him try and bully sexual assault survivors, being what they are, to not vote yes on this. Do you think that you can support a party that has been jumping all over themselves to protect this guy having done what he did potentially?
No, I cannot. And if and that's what everybody's looking for. They're looking for that death nail for Trump. This is it. We think we got it. I think this information has been around and kicked around for years and years and years. And for whatever reason, it hasn't surfaced to this extent.
We know it has.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, some of those emails that we're talking about right now, those are emails that were, discovery in trials, in a trial. So it's not like, hey, let's call in Trump and depose him and bring him in as a witness, for the government or for the defense. That shit never happened, on Ghislaine's side. So to me, there's only so far this stuff can go. I don't think he's that involved in it to the extent that everybody's, hyping about.
You don't?
No.
What do you think? What do you think? You brought Ghislaine up. What do you think his motivation was for moving her to a less intense, more sort of laid back prison? What do you think?
Low security prison. To me, just putting Trump aside in the putting politics
sending
aside.
his former lawyer to go and talk to her, and then after having that conversation, out of just a pure coincidence, she gets transferred to a nicer facility. You don't think that in the olden days that was called witness tampering? And so I'm just trying to, like, if you don't think that he is implicated in the way that we all know that he is, right? What possible fucking reason could there have been for that little side quest to have happened?
Let me address two points, and that point is one of the 2 points. But I'm going to start like this and ask you this question: if you were on the staff of the president, if you were the AG or deputy AG for the United States, president of the United States, right? And part of your duty and part of your job is to uphold the United States Constitution and protect the president, at any cost within the law, within the confines of the law. And there was some controversy like this, and you believed that the president.
Cosmo, I'm going to be totally honest. I'm not listening to this question. I want you to answer my question.
I think that if you take the politics out of it, it's very unusual that someone like that would be moved to a camp status, and I think that's what she was moved to. If she's in a camp status, what they call a camp status as opposed to a low security from a medium, very, 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 very unusual, especially given the charges, the nature of the charges.
And why, Cosmo, would that have happened now at the behest of someone who reports directly to Donald Trump? What other than for her to amend her testimony or to not add to this information to her testimony? Other than that, what reasons would there have been to do that then?
Two ways to look at it. One side is the way you're looking at it. You're speculating as to, hey, this looks a little fishy. The former criminal defense counsel for the president of the United States, who is now the deputy AG, went to go speak to Ghislaine in her prison, had a conversation based, who knows what was said, right?
Who knows?
And all of a sudden, shortly thereafter, she's moved to a lower security level prison, the lowest, I think, in the system, right? Which is nobody understands, because if there's sex crimes involved, it seems to be impossible to be in a camp or the lowest security prison.
You would think.
So it is highly, it looks highly suspect, right? Now, that's your side of it. The other side of it, somebody might speculate another way. It might be like, hey, the deputy AG should go in there and speak to her, because nobody in the administration and no president before has actually gone this far with her There's been a trial. The DOJ's been involved. That's happened, but there hasn't been any real investigation beyond that. And Trump administration seems to be the only administration that is actually pushing the files. It's not like he's burying them. It seems like they're filing motions to.
Hang on, I'm so sorry. This does not line up with our lived reality, Cosmo, because not only did they go as far with her, I don't know what that is implying, that they didn't investigate her far enough. They investigated her enough and brought enough evidence to convict her, to put her away for, I don't know what her term is, 25 to 50 years, right? So
20.
So I don't, that doesn't make a ton of sense. They have a ton of it. They investigated the absolute shit pants off of her, first of all. And then second of all, Donald Trump, through all of the actions that we've seen in the last couple of months, is absolutely burying this, is taking just psychotically thinly veiled steps, not veiled, just transparent steps to not release these things. He called, like, he had that meeting when the survivors were on the steps of the Capitol, and he said it's all a hoax. The Democrats are doing this. He repeatedly lambasts Mike Johnson, saying that he and Mike Johnson has done his fucking bidding for the last months, keeping the House out of office or out of session so that they couldn't have a vote on this because Donald Trump directly asked him not to. He just now tried to strong arm women to not vote for this, to bring this to a vote. Everything that he does, and also he moved Ghislaine Maxwell to this fucking prison. Everything that he does says the exact opposite of what you just said, in that he is not trying to suppress this. He is loudly trying to suppress this because he must. In my estimation, there would be no other reason, unless he is as heavily implicated as we all think, there would be no other reason to look this bad trying to delay the release of this information, unless you are fucked by this, or someone else directly associated with you is fucked by this. There is no reason for him to do that.
Okay, so let me just unpackage a little bit more of that. And I understand your point, absolutely. And walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. I get it. Okay, but there are things like filings by lawyers and judges making decisions for the release of or not release of grand jury proceedings, right? And everybody complained. It's all grand jury proceedings don't mean anything. They actually do. They actually do mean something. That's why they're so secretive, right? One of the reasons why the grand jury proceedings are so secretive is because they are relevant, right? When it comes to indicting people. So when there was a motion for the release of the grand jury proceedings that could potentially mention, name, implicate Trump, nobody cared about that. Was me. Nobody cared about that. But the judge that was making the decision ruled against it.
What do you mean nobody cared about that? What do you mean nobody cared about that?
The Democrats didn't care about it. It's like, mean? Well, those are just grand jury proceedings. They're meaningless. That's not meaningless. That's very important.
Who said that? They were, what are you, brother, I don't know what game you're watching, but there were tons of Democrats and Republicans. The Republicans ran on releasing what they found in that grand jury. Do you not remember that? They said they were going to we're going to do this. What are you talking about?
Talking what you're talking about. What I'm saying to you is that that's relevant. The grand jury proceedings are relevant. And if a judge decided, Trump was the one that pushed to get the grand jury proceedings. Trump and the AG were pushing to get the grand jury proceedings released. And the judge that was
wait.
Didn't do it. Decided not to do it.
Donald Trump pushed to get Ghislaine Maxwell's. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, it was just, you just made a comment on it recently. It was on the news.
Donald Trump tried to get Ghislaine Maxwell
grand jury transcripts released. And Pam Bondi was probably the one behind it because she's the AG. President can't do it. She can. But he said it in his defense. He's like, hey, I'm pushing for this stuff. A judge denied it. Judges quite often deny release of grand jury transcripts. That's not uncommon. But he pushed to do it. At least he tried to do it. That's a step in the right direction to me.
Was this before or after they moved her?
Probably before. I can't confirm it, but most likely beforehand.
Why do you think? Just more hypotheticals. Let's say Donald Trump moves Ghislaine Maxwell to a secure facility, right? Let's say that there's nothing in her grand jury testimony that implicates him directly, right? And then he can then say,
he will say that. He'll say, hey, nothing to see here.
Then
now,
he can say, release the testimony because I'm not in there. And then he can say, look, I'm not in this one specific testimony. Also, you can't get any more clarification from the person who was testifying because she's in a nice cushy prison now, and we've taken care of that.
There's a couple of issues there. Yeah, yes. But there's a couple of issues there. If you consider, let's say it goes in that hypothetical direction, right? That hypothetical scenario is, oh, okay, we got the grand jury transcripts released and there's nothing to see here. Then what's going to happen is we're going to go look at the discovery and unredacted discovery. This is what the lawyers are going to do. This is what the experts are going to do that are combing through this, right? Again and again and again. And they're going to eliminate the grand jury proceedings. They're going to look at the discovery, unredacted versions, and they're going to come up with something else. Oh, look, there's one email that they mentioned his name. That means he did it. And that's what Trump has to deal with on a daily basis with this.
GT, may I just for a second?
Yeah.
Go ahead, bro.
Hey, GT, do you remember when Donald Trump, before he got elected, worked at McDonald's? Mm-hmm. You remember when he drove a garbage truck?
Mm-hmm. He sat in the garbage truck.
Exactly. Just like those things, and just like Kristi Noem, right, going out to the quote unquote border, she's all dressed up in her tactical gear and all this other stuff. It's literally performative. The Trump administration, just like them having the National Guard marching around DC in some of the safest areas in DC and walking in the same serpentine pattern, it's all performative. The reason why they requested for the grand jury testimony to be released is because they knew it wouldn't be. Literally, the judge, there's almost no case where a grand jury testimony is actually released. And so that's why they did it. It was really just to show, like, hey, we're doing something. Just like GT, do you remember when they invited all those right-wing content creators to the White House and released the Epstein file list? All of that's the same thing. They did that because they knew it wasn't going to happen.
In addition to that, I will remind you that we know that his name is mentioned 1,200 some odd times in these files. Mm-hmm. We know that because they told him that in May, and they said, "Hey, just so that you're aware, you're all up in this fucking thing." And so again, none of this. This one point that you're bringing up, which I think Santana and I have fairly roundly dismissed, does not explain his behavior around the months-long campaign of him desperately trying not to get this released, and because he did this does not erase his sketchiness around trying to suppress the release of this information.
I think Santana. I think you guys were on the right track for a minute on this. I think the grand jury proceedings. I think I think the majority of the time it's true that a judge will not release grand jury proceedings, but the legal standard is that they must demonstrate particularity, right, for it to be released. So whoever files a motion for the release of grand jury proceedings doesn't meet the standard for particularity, a judge is going to rule that they cannot be released. Now, that can be appealed. And that's the question. It's like, if it's such a highly controversial case and the grand jurors are long past their duty, what's the risk of a judge actually releasing that information? Right?
Yeah, so the federal grand jury, and this is actually in Congress, there's a long established rule. Grand jury secrecy is enshrined in federal rule of criminal procedure 6E, which provides that government attorney and those juries themselves, among others, must not disclose the matter occurring before the grand jury. Like literally, this is actually enshrined in the Constitution, and it's part of the Fifth Amendment. And literally, it's been ruled on and actually reinforced in 2019 with R4 5456, which was listed as federal grand jury secrecy, legal principles and implications of congressional oversight. Like,
so let me help you with that. Let me help you out a little bit with that. So that's the rule. That's the federal rules of criminal procedure pursuant to 6 for release of grand jury transcripts. If you look at what it takes to do that, it's demonstration of particularity by the party that's filing the motion, right? You don't see that there, but that's what it is. Secondly, there are cases where they do release grand jury transcripts pursuant to a motion from the party, one of the parties. This just happened to be one of the cases where they didn't. So when you say it's they don't do it, it's enshrined, that's not an absolute. And if you look at all of the cases within the circuit where the case was tried,
you left the piece out when you said that, because you're right when it comes to the particular needs, right? But it has to be in conjunction with the defendant making the request. The defendant in conjunction with the actual particular need, and it still has to actually be reviewed. And even with all of those actual bars, hurdles that they have to jump, it's still rarely ever done. Rarely.
You know, here's what they do next. I'll tell you. And you're right, it is rare. And a lot of things are rare. Like winning a Supreme Court case is rare. Winning an appeal is rare, believe it or not. And the thing that a lot of people don't even understand about that is a judge, even if they don't release the transcripts, can do what they call an in-camera review to see what's in those transcripts and tell the party what the judge's findings were. So it doesn't have to be a full release of the transcripts on, in the New York Post or in the court or in, within the media. It could just be an in-camera review where the judge takes a look at a certain snippet of the transcript that was demonstrated or requested in the motion for the particularity that they demonstrated and get the response or get the answer. So that's how it's done. So this judge, for whatever reason, decided not to do it. And, right or wrong.
Because most judges don't like going against precedent.
Additionally, this does not matter. I think in terms of like plausible deniability, saying doing this is a great fucking token in their little bucket. Being able to say, look, I tried, but if that were true, Cosmo, if he was trying to get this grand jury testimony released, why then turn around and engage in this months-long, years-long, psychotically complex and like public display of attempting to keep these files out of the hands of the public? Why then?
Well, please don't forget the cherry on top today, GT. Taking Laura Loomer, Lauren Bobbitt into the war room. To convince her to remove her name.
Yeah, witness tampering. He loves doing that. It's like his favorite fucking thing. So just if this is not, if he tried to do that, why then would he turn around and try and not get the rest of this released?
The main reason is two reasons. The main reason is he's in a no-win situation, whether he's guilty or not.
Wrong. Are you fucking kidding? Sorry. Are you out of your fucking mind? If he is exonerated with these files, If there is information here that says he was always saying, no, I don't like being in the room with 20-year-old women. No, I don't like being in the room with 17-year-old women by myself. Are you out of your? There is absolutely a fucking win here. Sorry.
Every lap he would take.
Wins.
Oh my God.
Let's talk about wins. There were victims.
No.
Alleged victims.
No.
On TV.
Let's not try and divert this, right? We're talking
No,
about.
but that's a win for him. What I'm talking about, when he had the victims come out and they said things like, "I never
When
saw
has
him."
he ever cared about victims?
And also, Cosmo, then why the question remains, the evergreen question is, then why not? Then why engage in this Herculean effort, this fucking Wile E. Coyotean effort to keep these files out from? Why? It's not a no win. There's absolutely a win.
I think that when victims went on TV and said everything they wanted to say, so that was suppressed for years, and not one of them said anything about President Trump other than we've never seen him.
He ordered a flyover while they were out speaking. He literally ordered a flyover to drown them out so they couldn't speak.
Yeah, but that would have been caught if there was anything relevant.
There was
normally
a
do flyovers like
flyover.
that?
You know what I'm saying? Let's say there's a flyover and it drowned out the audio. Somebody else on the ground would have caught that and reported it.
There are victims that said that he was involved.
On TV, on national TV.
Katie Johnson. Katie Johnson can't go on national TV because she's dead.
Katie Johnson case is interesting. It's a disgusting case when you read through it. And the case...
I'm not trying to distract you here, brother, but if yes, if Y, then X. If this is like this, if he said to release then why do all of that? My contention is there is no fucking other explanation other than he knows how bad it's going to be when they're released. Personally, I don't know how at this point those files in Kash Patel's beady little eyes and his hands have not been doctored to the point of illegibility. I don't know what we're gonna get. They've had months to doctor these fucking files. Personally, I don't trust anything that comes out of the DOJ at this point because they don't. We used to have a DOJ that was like at least with like lip service impartial. That didn't have an explicit fucking mandate from the president to paint the left as like demons. Right now, we don't even have that. They're still, despite all of that being true, they're still desperate to not release these fucking files. And I cannot, for the life of me, understand what other reason there would be for him to not release this fucking information. And as far as we've been talking, you don't have one either, speculative or not.
I think we are both speculating. I'm trying to be as kind as I can with the speculation. Or lack of speculation. I think you're speculating a bit. I think you're speculating to the extent, like everybody else does on the left, in my opinion. If there's one tiny email that even breathes of the word Trump, they turn it into a pretzel that he's guilty, burned at the stake. That's not.
But I'm sorry, but here's the thing. I can speculate based on Donald Trump's consistent behavior and demand that this is not released, right? I'm making a speculation based on outside information. You are making a speculation that he is not involved in this based on what?
Based on his word.
And his word, I might just call your attention to the fact that this man lies as a fucking default. This man lies under oath. This man lies about the way that he breathes is the way that he lies. If that is the house of the sand on which your house of cards is built, is that Donald Trump says that he didn't do this. And I'm making my speculation based on all of the external information that I'm seeing and his behavior and all of it, and Ghislaine Maxwell being moved and Mike Johnson not. I'm going to say that my speculation has a lot more weight than your fucking does. I'm going to be.
If it was like a conviction of public opinion, right? If it was a conviction on public opinion.
Wait, hold on. I just want to call out, I haven't speculated at all, right? I've just been naming the things that he's done, right? I'm seriously, Donald Trump himself said that if you are someone that claims to support him and you're still calling for releasing the Epstein files, then he does not want your support. Like Donald Trump said that. Donald Trump has literally done multiple things, including, like I stated, the flyover, including actually trying to change the mind of people that could actually get the list released. Like, I'm not speculating on anything. The one thing that I am telling you is that if you know you're fucked, you're going to do every single thing that you can to stop being fucked. And I'm not saying that he's on that list, but I am saying he's doing everything in his power to stop the list from being released. Also, one more thing. GT mentioned how much he lied. He lies about, not only does he have like these grand, massive lies, he has like stupid little lies. Did you know that he said that he was the very last guest on the Oprah Winfrey show? Which is like an easily disprovable lie. And like for fucking what? Like why lie about that?
MIT professor, uncle, just weird shit. Anyway, okay, so like we're back to the speculation. Santana, hands are clean speculation. I'm basing my information on like all of this other stuff. Help me, Cosmo. Give me a plausible reason that this guy does not want these files released.
I think there's just so much more to lose, even if he's totally clean, than to gain.
So much more to lose than the public opinion of watching him try and keep these files out of the hands of people?
If there is 1,000 emails in these files released tomorrow, let's say hypothetically, right? They release 1,000 emails and all of them say great things about Donald Trump, but one of them said that he was a quiet dog and he didn't bark. He's convicted, he's indicted, he's a pedo, you know what I'm saying? This is what he's up against.
Yeah, but so here's the thing. In one of those emails, if there's 10,000 emails, it said Donald Trump was a stand-up guy, a real right, and then one of them said, yeah, he definitely assaulted a child. I would say that one email is enough to
Yep.
I also just want to highlight though, like I have friends that I've been friends with certain people for longer than 15 years, right? And I have, with those friends that I've had those long-term friendships with, they know where some of my bodies are buried, right? And I know where some of their bodies are buried, right? So if you have someone that I actually have a 15-year friendship with, and they say, hey, he kind of did some fucked up shit, more than likely, I did some fucked up shit. I'm just going to leave it at that.
I mean, that email about the quiet dog, the dog that didn't bark, I mean, did that really convince you that he's a P3O?
I was convinced before that.
Okay. All right.
Brother, the fucking... Sorry, I'm just getting... There's an email.
Like, if we speculated the same way about, let's say, Joey B., right? Some of the things we heard about the diary, some of the things we heard about showers, right? What if we speculated...
We wouldn't be defending him the way that you guys are defending Trump. Like, see, this is the funny thing. If the shoe was on the other foot, we would be burning him at the stake. Like, that's the difference between...
It's not even a question.
Exactly.
There would be there's not a hesitant bone in my body.
Exactly.
If it comes out that Bill Clinton, the man who balanced our budget, who's one of the only good fucking, just a philanderer and like, Me Too, whatever. Mm-hmm. If that guy, if there's an email in there to be like, Bill, I got a good one for you. And then he's like, all right. And then we would be at his fucking house tomorrow. That's the main difference, and a difference that is like pronounced and upsetting, which is you were here when Nathan was just falling all over himself to try and fucking rationalize this shit, right? At least you can understand that like if he's guilty, we should fucking burn him at the stake. But like there is an impulse to try and defend this, and I can't for the life of me understand why that is. And the minute that anyone is like, well, what about this? I don't care about that. Yeah, them too. 1,000,000% them too.
I said if Jimmy Carter's on the list, dig him up, throw him in jail as well.
Dig him up.
Fuck it. Yeah. Dig him up and throw him in jail as well.
Jim, don't besmirch.
Guys, I'm with you. I'm exactly on the same page as you are. If there's something that compelling, I am with you 2,000%. I'm not with
then
the party
why
that says
then why is there not the same call to release these files from you people?
I think, well, you're talking about the TikTok crowd, right? That's not
no. Well, why is there not a sort of like in unison call? Why are you up here for the last 30 minutes playing devil's advocate for this fucking guy?
I've actually been a very soft devil's advocate on this one, in this particular colloquy.
And yet advocate you remain. Devil or not.
Yes.
And
so why?
Let's not forget that he literally he broke out constitutional law to actually defend Trump. Not well, I don't think that what he broke out constitutional law in order to defend Trump.
Me?
Yes.
I used the federal rules of criminal procedure. I used the federal rules of criminal procedure to defend him. Not the Constitution. What you read to me about Rule 6 was the federal rules of criminal procedure.
Right. It's ingrained in the Fifth Amendment. In the
Rule 6. No, I got you. I'm just saying, yes. And I only raised that because you raised it. And you raised it because we were talking about the release of grand jury proceedings. And you brought out a great point. You're like, hey, nobody ever releases grand jury proceedings. For the most part, that's true. For the, what percentage of cases even make it to the Supreme Court? It's like, look at those scenarios, look at those ratios. You can't convince anybody on MAGA side that email is enough to burn them at the stake, because those are serious allegations.
But I don't know if you're in here for Nate, but there will, for a lot of MAGA people, I would say a vast majority of I'm talking MAGA, wearing their hats to the fucking bar. There is no amount of emails that will ever satisfy that. That dude was in here folding himself in half to try and figure out how to get out of this, how to make this, when presented with evidence, you're guilty of this too. I would do it right now. There is an impetus to try and figure out how to match the reality that comforts you with our lived reality. And there will never be the right amount of emails to convince certain people that he did this.
Yes.
If he did. Correct. And that's fucking upsetting.
True. It is upsetting to me too. I'm upset if somebody's making a point that is so factual and they're so ignorant or emotional that they just can't agree with the facts. That's an absolute turnoff. And I think the other gentleman was sort of like that. And
Cosmo.
That's why I jumped on.
Did Donald Trump try and steal the 2020 election?
I think he did. I think he pushed the envelope. That's what I think he did.
Cosmo, do you think that he is? Do you think he tried? He had fake electors. He had fake electors go to the fuck. People went to jail for this. Cosmo, do you think that he assaulted E. Jean Carroll?
Personally, I don't.
Cosmo, do you think that he committed campaign finance fraud?
I think he committed one count of that. And I also think that the United States Constitution could give a fuck about it.
What do you mean? So I guess what I'm after is I think that despite being given evidence of things that are like a lot of people are in agreement that those things happen. Like there's still this fucking hesitance from even people with brains like you to acknowledge the wrongdoing of this guy. And I don't know why. I don't know why.
Check this out. Check this out. The nature of the crimes. Let's just go to the 34 counts. Me personally, I think he was overcharged. Maximum, he should have been charged with 1 count.
He did it 34 times.
Right. That's what I think. It's just the same shit 34 times. They blew it up. They over-prosecuted. It should have been 1 count at best.
Quick question. If you get caught speeding 34 times, are you going to get 1 speeding ticket or are you going to get 34 speeding tickets?
Well, you're going to get 34 speeding tickets, but you might win in
all
court.
It's 34
you might win on
counts.
appeal.
It's 34
You might win on writ. And what happens? What are you guys going to say?
But he didn't. But he didn't. What? What
if something comes up and it gets reversed?
Donald Trump is petitioning the Supreme Court to try to have them vacate his actual his felonies. That's what he's talking about. He's talking about the Supreme Court being in Donald Trump's back pocket.
Yeah.
No.
Did he do? Wait. Cosmo. Did he? Okay. Here's an even easier question. You think he did that, right?
I think he did 1 count.
Okay. He did some campaign finance fraud where he paid someone to be quiet with campaign money, and he directed somebody to do that, right?
Well, you got to be careful of how you say this because paying somebody
you have to be
quiet-
careful. I don't have to be careful. That's exactly what he got convicted of, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me just ask you this, Cosmo. You said he did 1 count, right? That's a big thing. That's still a fucking felony that he did as president, right? Or president to be. He goes to the Supreme Court and says, vacate the thing that I did, and it gets overturned. In your mind, does that mean that he didn't do a crime?
Depends on what the ruling is. If it's a technicality and he still did it, then he did the crime.
It's been real, man. I don't know. I feel like it's the same song, but at a different volume, dude. It's the same fucking song, but at a different volume. If he goes to the Supreme Court and that he has appointed to do his bidding and then says, can you get rid of this? And they say, yes, he didn't do the thing that he got convicted of. What do you fucking mean? What do you mean? It depends. No, it doesn't. And also, like, this is the issue, Santana, is that, like, we're gonna do this. The fucking files are gonna come out. There's gonna be heinous shit in there, and we're gonna get people who are gonna be like, well, it depends. Mm-hmm. About this disgusting shit.
I was just gonna say, I didn't know that this was like a partisan issue, right? I thought this was like bipartisan. Like I thought this was something that we all agreed on, right? Just like punching Schnazis in the face. Like I used to think that we all agreed that, like Indiana Jones taught us, we punch Nazis in the face, but apparently that's not a thing anymore. And the last thing I want to call out before I get out your way, GT, is having Donald Trump appeal something to the Supreme. The reason why he keeps trying to get these emergency appeals is because 24 out of 26 times, Donald Trump has the Supreme Court has sided with Donald Trump in emergency appeals. And in 14 of those 24 times, they didn't even write a decision about it. They just didn't say why they sided with Donald Trump. So getting something to the Supreme Court has been Trump's, for lack of a better word, Trump card, right? Like that's what he's been doing.
Yeah.
So
I hit my head really hard, and now it's red.
It's not good.
It's not good, dude. No, there's not many brain cells left, honestly. So
listen. We live in a time where I don't think that you need that many. So
if I hit myself a few more times in the head, I can run for Congress. So that's great. I'm very excited about that.
You could be the president.
I gotta get a frying pan out for that one.
All right,
appreciate you, bud.
I appreciate you.
Good to see you.
Likewise.
Oh man. Anybody in Colorado see the fucking Aurora Borealis? Can you guys see it? Or can any of you do any of you have eyes on it? Where are you? I didn't ask about fucking Illinois or Chicago or Utah. Did I say anything about you people? Where in Colorado are you? I didn't. Sorry. I'm sorry. I just want to go. I want to go see it. I missed it last night because I was falling asleep. Are any of you in Colorado? I'm in Chicago. No, okay. Thank you. Colorado, Massachusetts, Arvada. Are you in Arvada and you can see it? It's fucking cloudy. That's why I'm saying. You're in Conifer? Oh, shit. You're in Golden, you can see it? Wait, let me clarify. Where are you and can you see it? Where are you and can you see it? That's an important question. Grand Junction. Greeley? Oh, that's fucking far, dude. Florida? The Springs, you can see it. Fuck. I might just drive north. I might just get in the car and go north. Nord. I'm in Florida. Can't see shit. Yet. Well. Fort Collins? It's only an hour away. I might just go north. What do you think? It's beautiful in Loveland? Oh no, it's cloudy in Loveland. Fuck. I want to show you how fucking cute this little cat is right now. Look at this. Look at this little monster. Oh, she's so cute. Oh my god. Anyway. I got on early tonight so that we could get in the car and go. And I still might try. We still might give it a shot. Winter Park had great views, but that's up Berthound. It's a little early, give it an hour. Okay. 10 and 1, EST. So in a bit, yeah, okay. All right. Anyway, I feel like I got my fucking blood pressure up with this conversation. Follows me. Oh. Canada King 14, hey? Come to Horsetooth. Trump live at 8:45. Is that true? Is Donald Trump going live tonight? Is my man Thorin Bradley in here? Thorin, guys, you're never going to guess. You're never going to guess what happened with our friend Thorin Bradley. Thorin sent me a DM on TikTok. A very nice human DM on TikTok. And he was like, here's my number. I just, if you ever need a shout, you're a good dude. I'm paraphrasing. And then I looked at that DM and I said, man, I have to remember to respond to Thorin Bradley's DM. And I did that so much that I wrote it down in this idiot book that I keep to do that. And I just kept moving Thorin Bradley from week to week, just like I do with everybody. So Bradley, it was so sweet of you. I really hope that you don't think I'm an asshole, but that's a real thing that I did and continue to do. And I'm just going to text you. I'm really sad. And I'm sorry. And I remember reading it, I need to do this. And that was really nice of him. And I sure didn't do that. So I'm sorry. It's my bad. It was my bad, dude. I'm going to text him. I promise. I hope he stayed for that. Anyway, classic me. I did that to Scotty Fitness too. Although Scotty Fitness and I have been DMing, so that's okay. Just the worst. I'm just the worst dude. I do need a personal assistant, or I need to get a handle on my executive functioning. Anyway, what were we talking about? Speaking of executive functioning disorder, Aurora, emails, fucking what? Epstein. I almost did do that to Chris Daughtry. Thank God I didn't, though. Thank God I didn't do that. I finally was like, hey, Chris Daughtry. Hey, man, what are you doing? Let's go. Yeah, let's hang out. Trump's signing the bill tonight. Oh, Trump. Thank you. Jesus Christ. Trump is, he's going on TV. Yeah. Horchata. Viene aquí.
Hey.
Hi.
Hi. Just one thing before we begin. Do you remember 2016 when the MAGA started saying release the emails and they literally, the FBI got involved 13 days before the election and she lost the election and now the emails do not matter?
Isn't that crazy? Yeah.
So, and then our current president he even told Russia to release the emails.
This makes me want to boil my blood. I think, I mean, yes. And you heard, I don't know if you heard Cosmo allude to that. Just, by the way, Hillary's email, but I digress. Yeah, that's kind of the point, is that they made this whole fucking deal about these emails, which they all did immediately. Ivanka had a fucking server instantly. And anyway, we're getting distracted.
And then Comey comes 13 days before the election saying, we are going to open an investigation about certain emails that she sent just from her personal computer. Okay? Not that she was doing something illegal, but maybe, borderline. Borderline illegal, maybe.
The fact that she was sending, Yeah. She could have been sending fucking cake recipes, but that would have been a violation of protocol. The thought that was a scandal in 9 years ago makes me want to pull my eyes out of my head. If we think about what's happening right now, that was the thing that undid her Howard Dean's scream, remember? That ended his fucking political career.
Yeah.
That this guy who is anyway.
He even got a foreign country to
meddle in our elections.
Hack an election, hack a simple computer. Maybe she would, I don't know. It's easy to do it. I work and sometimes I have done in the past to forward an email from work. And so if that is what she did, then technically she violated protocol, right? But it's not everything has to be at the point of being a crime, right? But in here, they see this email where people are talking about him, about his behavior. No, it's nothing. It is nothing.
No.
It's just an email. It's just an email. So it's just like the gymnastics that I see here.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah. When Cosmo was talking about the procedural blah, 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 I was like, dude, you went to ChatGPT, told you everything has to do with procedure. But the action itself that got the president indicted itself it's already, if already a grand jury indicted him, imagine the evidence they had just to get him indicted. So I was pulling my hair. I wanted just to come up and remind people that 9 years ago, a woman lost her presidency because of a server, emails, and Russia. And the FBI called me. Like, I'm never gonna understand
Ridiculous.
that. But yeah. So
insane.
And by the way, sorry, Terry. By the way, so when I was 23 years old, there was a man who was very powerful, and he did things that to me without my consent. Okay, and I was only 23 years old. The man was a very powerful man, and I never told anyone about it because I was scared. Because a person who has power to basically do anything that they want to do. If anyone has gone or has read anything regarding procedurals in the process to go to trial for a case that has to do with essay, that you know what the best strategy for the defense is to attack your credibility.
Right.
When they attack your credibility, they are going to tear your life apart. So do you remember back, like, you know, on September 1st, 2015, you were seen by a dude with another man, like, you know, those kind of details to go after your credibility. They will tear your life apart. So I never told anyone, and I just want people to know, just because I did not report it, it doesn't mean that it did not happen.
Right.
And one more thing, and I'll let Terry talk. Sorry, Terry. One thing in here is when the man knew what he did, and you know what he started doing? He put everything into a state. So if I wanted to go after in a civil court, I would not get any penny because nothing was under his name. So that's what victims go through. And sometimes, you know, no one says anything just because my life would have been torn apart.
Right.
And he, in the case of this woman, it's the freaking president of the United States of America.
I don't know if this is true, but it is something that I think about, which is the fact that this guy is so brazen about, like, the interactions he's had, interactions being a horrible sort of sanitizing description of his interactions with women who have pressed charges, right? Or like, yeah. The fact that he is like this, and the fact that he gets away with it to the sort of degree that he does, which is all of it, it must be infuriating to, like, have a president, have our country be represented by something that like you are reminded every day of what
happened. Yeah.
And it makes me furious on your behalf in a way that, like, I don't have the right to be, but it makes me, I think about that a lot. I think about that for Rosie O'Donnell, weirdly. Like, this is like this sort of source of her specific, like, terror. And that at the time he was just an asshole on Twitter, and that guy ascended to the presidency, and like, and what that, like, the sort of like example that you were the what am I? Come on, brain. The symbol that he is for male assault in America as the like figurehead of the country, and what a reminder that is to women who've survived all manner of assault, makes me want to.
Do you remember back in 1992, Anita Hill? He had to face her, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want to say the word, but he faced the monster.
Yeah.
And she went and talked in front of people, and no one believed her. And there he is. He is a Supreme Court justice, you know?
Awful.
Extremely.
Thank you for sharing that, honey. That's hard to share.
Yeah. I never told anyone. This is the first time I'm saying it to people. I never told anyone until today.
Wow.
That's an incredibly brave thing.
It's so brave, yeah.
I appreciate you.
Because and just remember that I was telling some people. So a few weeks ago, I was very happy that I was going into a trip. And extremely happy. And you know what happened during the night before? I started having nightmares about what happened. So that's how trauma works. And that's how trauma will never leave you. And what it's infuriating is that it always comes and hits you when you're too happy about life.
Yeah.
No one talks about the complexity of trauma, and that is one of them. So, you know, we heal at our own pace. And just one more thing, do not push a victim to come and talk about her story. Never do that.
No.
For me, it took me 9 years to talk about it. So there are women that will never talk about it, and that's okay. Everybody has, and no one, and I hope that everybody hears this. You're not a protector of any other person. You are your own protector. You don't have to speak up because you want to help other women. You have to help yourself first in order to help other women. So it's just those little details that we need to remember, that there are a ton of women out there, professionals and everything, and their monster, it's a very high, powerful man, and it is best sometimes just to let it go.
Yeah.
Oh,
Appreciate
wow.
you.
Yeah, no way.
Really, that takes bravery, man. The first time you talked about it was here.
Yeah, and that talks about years of therapy. That is, it's part of me, but it won't define me, you know?
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I love that. That's beautifully said. Part of you and won't define you.
Yeah.
Terry, give us some good news.
Yes.
Well, the little motherfucker who's been giving me problems and told me that I wasn't going to live more than 2 years, I beat that motherfucker.
Hell yeah, dude. Let's fucking go.
All this sickness and stupidity, and the poor Discord has been dealing with my brain fog, and everyone's been so kind because when I speak, I sound like a lunatic. But I just went to the doctor, and they said it's gone. God. Now I have to go through a year of a much milder chemo every 3 weeks. As they still, because it's very aggressive, and they're like, we want to like you just yeet the motherfucker.
Yeah.
But you can imagine my surprise.
I'm gonna cry.
Imagine my surprise face. No, don't you cry, honey, because you look like a Borstal. You look like a Borstal ball.
I walked down the stairs. I walked down the stairs to get this hat so that we could be matching a little bit. To no acknowledgement.
Well, no, it was a total acknowledgement. We were with
kidding.
Leslie, so
I know. I'm just kidding.
You look so Irish, though. You look really fucking Irish, and you look like an Irish gangster, which is I don't know exactly. So I'm not doing this to bogart the shit, but it's
you're not
my body
at all.
is
Terry.
My body's getting better, and I just want to share that.
It is the best news.
You beat
for
the monster.
all the people. Well, my body did it. My body just decided my brain wasn't.
Your brain's a big part of that, turns out. Your brain, your big brain is a big part of that. So that, you know.
Oh, well, bless your bones and whiskers. The thing is, there's a bunch of people suffering from it in the nerd community of various, and that's the other reason I want it, because we had the Monica experience, and we were rooting, and I think it's really important to say sometimes it in the end work, but sometimes, at least for now, it does. And I think that's important for everybody who's going through it or diagnosed or whatever the fuck is. Yeah, he showed me the thing, X-ray, whatever it's
You
called.
faced it.
And
You
he's
faced it.
like, and remember, all this is in Jack's fucking knees, okay? So I'm like, motherfucker, what are you saying?
English.
It's so funny.
Speak English.
It's so
Harry,
funny.
This is the
So
best.
I wanted to share that. A. B. I'm going to be doing maintenance like for a year, but that means I have 3 weeks, and I have decided I am fucking coming to America, and I'm going to the UK.
Hell yeah,
So
dude.
it's going to be in May.
Great.
What I'm
Just
going to
coming
do is
with
I'm
me.
going to. Everybody's so fine. I don't need to stay with people because that's getting into people's lives and stuff.
Girl.
But the thing I'm going to do is I'm probably going to make do a apartment swap. Apparently, you can apartment swap, and somebody who wants to be in Tokyo. Apparently, there's
Yes,
services
you can do
swap.
that. Yes.
I've never heard of it. My friend said, "Go ahead and try it," and then
I'm furious because I want
Yeah.
an apartment swap with you, but then that
Well-
kind of defeats the purpose.
that defeats the purpose. But
I'll come
for
visit.
nerds, my beloveds live right next door to me. So I could easily do a couch and have you and GTGF come. My bed is very small. But anyways, that's one thing. Two things. I don't want to stay on too long. I want to share that with you. So May, I'm planning to spend a week and a half in the States.
Great.
And then I'm going to go spend a week in London, and I'm going to go to Wales to hopefully see Michael Sheen. Ooh, so excited. Anyway, I know it's ridiculous, but
Michael
I'm sorry.
Sheen?
No, it's not.
You don't know who Michael Sheen is? I'm a
I
Good
have-
Omen stan, honey. Oh, you don't know what any of it. You are not
Michael Sheen. Wait, hold on. Am I thinking Michael Sheen, The West Wing? Michael Sheen?
No, that's Martin Sheen. You have
I'm an idiot.
blasphemed. You're not an idiot. So,
Good
but
Omens.
This is
Got
important.
it.
So this is important. So tomorrow morning, I go to my surgeon, who will give me the okay to exercise. And what I'm trying to do, I mean, I'm saying he's going to. I assume he'll find I can. So what I plan to do is I'm going to look not like GT really, because I think that's probably impossible. But I'm fucking stop laughing.
I'm trying not to look like Good Trouble either, So
Oh, you are just ridiculous. So I am going to go to a nearby gym called Diva Gym. Ha, what can I tell you?
amazing.
And I'm going to start kettlebell, yoga, and I intend to be a muscular motherfucker
Hell yeah, dude.
in
Yes.
like 3 months. Muscular. Do you understand me? I'm talking about, because right now
Protein.
my muscles are made of goddamn paper mache. If I move, my muscles move at a different time. That is what
It
what
happens.
I am dealing with. It's horrible, and I am really, really committed. And all I'm going to need from you, sir, I need 2 things from you, and you know what I'm going to say.
Go on.
Please check your Discord DM,
Deal.
please.
Deal.
Would you please?
Do it right
Because
now.
I wrote everything up. I did a one sheet for you for eyes, and I did all the research.
Great.
And you can do it any day you want. It doesn't matter now.
when you can.
So,
No.
sorry
Yeah, I'll
to
do it when you
interrupt
can.
guys. I have to go. Thank
Sorry.
you so much always for the
Sorry,
platform.
Leslie.
You're the best.
Leslie, we love you. Thank you.
I
So
love
brave.
you too. I love you too. Remember,
gonna-
like the scars. It's just a scar. It's part of you, but it doesn't have to define you. Okay.
I look like what's the scarred the children's toy with all the scars? It's crazy. But fuck it. If I have clothes on and I'm muscular like GT, and then I'm gonna
No, you're gonna look like
record.
you're gonna look like a security guard for us ladies.
There you go. I plan to, man. Thank you, sweetheart, for sharing. Yeah.
Yeah, like I said, there are good days, bad days, but we're still pushing through. And remember, kids, emails are very important. Someone lost the presidency because of emails. Okay.
Fuck.
Have a
Thank
great
you,
night,
Leslie.
everyone. Always nice talking to you.
Bye,
You too.
love.
Thank you. Okay.
Sorry, I
Lady-
just took over there, GT.
No, hardly.
Can you see what I did? It's just a simple one.
Is it
The
15
last one?
episodes?
20. There's 20 episodes.
Holy.
But we don't have to do all of them. But I mean, even if we get a little cadence going,
100%.
and
No, I
my
want to do
thought
this
is,
with and for
I know
you.
you did. No, well, I just think the
And
whole
also, it's
nerd
a good.
community,
I agree.
and we'll bring more people on too, get them to subscribe and whatnot. And I think it's worthwhile. I'm not going to say people aren't going to weep, because there's weeping parts, but there's so much joy. There's much joy.
Which one do you want to watch? Do you have?
I would go in order. I'd go in order.
Sure, but like, is there one that we can? Because they're all an hour long. I think this one sheet is great with like the idea that we give people homework and then we can like have a book club. Maybe.
Yeah.
But
Movie club, media club.
Maybe
Yeah.
we can have one that we can set aside that we want to watch on a certain day together.
That would be fantastic. I mean, the reason I didn't put it that you would watch it on one of your platforms is because I don't want you to get into any trouble. And it's owned by HBO, or it's like you said.
Archive.org though. So like, it's also PBS, which is, we own that.
Yeah, y'all gotta check that. I did the research, but I'm not sure. It's a little hard for me to be able to get access to some things.
Sure.
But my whole thought is, rather than delaying to try and talk to a lawyer and all that shit, because you know what these people are like, let's just
We'll watch
say,
it on our
okay, watch it on your own, and then we jump on your live, and then people are going to have things to say because our nerds are all fucking brilliant.
I love that.
That's the first thing. So you tell me when. You don't have to worry about my schedule at all, because I'm outpatient now. So I'm not in the hospital anymore.
But my schedule, yeah, sure. But like my schedule,
And
you have to tell me.
What? But I don't know what Denver
I'll give you some
times.
times. We'll watch.
Give me some times. Just give me some times. Give me some times.
Okay.
Okay. So then the last thing, and then you can take me down. I would love it, and it's not something you have to do, but I really would love, like, if you were my trainer, right? You know what I've been through. Like, and obviously I'm not going to look like you. I'm a girl, or I was a girl. I guess I am still a girl.
There are some women on here beat the shit out of me.
GPGF is absolutely my god.
She's one of them.
Maybe I should be talking to her. God
Maybe you
damn.
should. I will say this. Yeah.
What would you say? What would you suggest?
I would suggest that this is. I am a certified idiot when it comes to this. So like, I'm doing this.
You're not an
I know.
idiot.
I can give you.
I'm gonna
I can give you
beat
some like. I can give you some like loose. And I'm happy to do this. Some like loose guidelines, right? But I think
That's
that there are.
all I need.
There are people that do this specifically post big bad stuff recovery that and like especially nutritionally what you need, and in combination with like movements, because I don't know what, I'm not going to be there with you, and I don't know what your strength level is. So I think that no. But that doesn't mean that I can't help guide you or facilitate finding an expert in this specific thing. We have a massive reach.
If there's somebody you trust, I trust them. So that's really all it is.
There are physical therapists, there's trainers, there's pardon the word, geriatric trainers that help.
I'm 67. Fuck it.
My mom. So like same. So like, I think that there's a different approach, and I don't know it, and I don't want to fuck that up. But that all said, I'm happy. I'm so, you know me, I would sit here and talk about this shit forever. So like, you and I can come up here and we'll have a talk, and then we'll get some advice. We'll get a little plan going.
And thank you, love. And I lost like 50 pounds. So, because I was pretty heavy. So as I said, paper mache muscles. So just trying to like get it so that I balance out the whole situation, and I want to get really fucking strong because I'm hoping in 6 months I can buy a bicycle. I'm basically trying to copy you.
That's fine.
I'm basically trying to be
That's
you.
crazy. I'm trying to be you,
Tokyo
so it's nuts.
version of you. No, you don't want to be me. No. Every time you say you had a stroke, I go, stop saying that.
The point is, we can 100%, and I think that like nutrition is a huge component to that, and I think that like, if we can find, I don't know if they have access, if you have access to that through your doctors, but I think
well, they all speak a different language, and to be honest, I'm jonesing for American culture.
Sure.
It's really, I'm nothing against Japanese culture, but I didn't come here for the culture at all. So the reality is, I want the best American type of energy. Like, I know it sounds ridiculous, but I
hear you.
especially because I lost all this weight, I don't want to gain the weight back. I want to turn it into muscle, So anyway, that's all. I did not.
You should be open to putting some weight on, because muscle weighs what you lost was a little bit of fat, probably whatever, and a little bit of muscle. A lot of fat, but also muscle. And so like you need to, the way that we build muscle is muscle doesn't appear. You turn food into muscle, and turn food into muscle, you have to eat food, a lot of it. And like that's literally, it's the only math equation is that you have to put the weight of the food that you want to go on your bones in your fucking hole. And then that's how, and then you go exercise, and then your smart idiot body turns that into muscle. So like you have to gain a little weight, and it's going to be okay.
I have no appetite though. This is really, I can't even eat sweets, which for me is unbelievable.
You got to get you some weed.
And baby, do you know I'm going to spend the entire U.S. trip high? Do you know that? Anyway, I do. I don't know why you're laughing. I'm not kidding.
I hate that that you don't have access to it, because that is like, of all of the things, all of the medicinal things, that is the number one thing that it is so good
and the
for.
CBD here is bogus. And they all say on the little thing, this is from America. I'm like, you're a lying son of a bitch, because it doesn't have THC. THC is not allowed here.
I don't want to bum you out, but we're about to have a little bit of that problem too. They snuck in
No, you're not.
Yeah, they snuck in a really big, McConnell snuck in a big thing in the bill that's like going to target the THC community. Yeah, I don't want to bum you out. I'll tell you this though. I will just hoard it for when, and I'll just smuggle it to Japan. They don't know.
No.
I'll just smuggle it into Japan.
They will put you in jail, and we will never find you. The jail situation here is really bad. I could go to Thailand if I'm jonesing that bad. But here's the other thing that you should know. I do have, hold on a second. I have these things I bought, organic protein by Orgain.
Yeah, great.
And vanilla and a chocolate. And I have, what the hell is magnesium citrate.
Great. That's a good one for sleep.
Right. And also for pooping, apparently.
And also for pooping.
So anyway, I will go, but I just wanted, I really, you inspire me in so many ways. And
Same.
I know if, but I should just take the fucking compliment. Sorry. Thank you very much. So on fitness, I don't have anybody who I love so much, who I'm so inspired by, who you got to trust somebody, because, it's important. So I got to get healthy.
I'll do a little research. How about that? Because my mom can benefit from this too.
Problem.
And then we can we'll come up with a little plan. For you,
to mom, and tell her she has a sister who doesn't look like her sister, all the way in Tokyo.
Deal. If you squint,
I love
feel
you,
like
honey.
You turn up the contrast and it's the same.
I'm in Japan, baby. If I squint, they're gonna be really good. What are you trying to do? They're already going. They're going full anti-immigrant. That bitch is squinting.
Oh jeez. Terry, I love you.
I love you, baby. I love you guys.
Good to see you.
Boy.
Bye.
Guys. Bye.
She's great. What a treasure. I might just keep it on in honor of her cool hat. All right, fucking Terry Nutrition. Add this to the list. Terry Nutrition Fitness Plan. Terry Fitness Nutrition Plan. We can do this. There's gotta get her a gym. The key, I think we need a trainer. You need a trainer. Right? I don't know how to ease into, I just don't have the expertise for this. And I know it's not that deep. It's not that complicated. People just work out all the time. But like, there's probably good ways to have somebody whose muscles have a little bit of atrophy, who need to start from like absolute scratch off the couch, and like there's a way to do that. And I'm sure that information exists on the internet. So I can look. Oh, fucking Marissa. There you go. There you go. Yeah. Yoga, swimming. I mean, yeah, Scotty and Thorin. No, baby, I'll be right down. Scotty and Thorin and me, we're the same. Well, not the same. There's one of those things that are not like the other, but those two dudes are very good at fitness, and nutrition. But it's similar. Like Thorin swings an axe, Scotty lifts things, Sam lifts things. Hang on. I want to see. Trump's live right now, so I'm just trying to see if I can find it. Where would you watch it? Where are you guys watching this? I don't have fucking... My dinner's here. I have to go.
Republicans never wanted a shutdown and voted 15 times for a clean continuation of funding. There's never been a time when one or the other party ever didn't sign a continuation. It's just a continuation, not a big deal. It's a continuation of a talk later. Yet the extremists in the other party insisted on creating the longest government shutdown in American history, and they did it purely for political reasons. I want to thank Speaker Mike Johnson, Senate Majority Leader John Thune, as well as House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, Majority Whip Tom Emmer, and numerous other great Republican leaders and congressmen, senators who are here, who frankly spent a long time in Washington getting. I also want to thank the broad coalition of Americans that stood with us in this fight to reopen government, including the Teamsters, the American Federation of Government Employees, the Fraternal Order of Police, AMVETS, the National Small Business Association, the American Farm Bureau, the American Trucking Association. These are all incredible patriots. Airlines for America, the Allied Pilots Association, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, and many other unions and non-unions. Over the past 7 weeks, the Democrats' shutdown has inflicted massive harm. They caused 20,000 flights to be canceled or delayed.
This is now, yeah.
So many times, so late. People
this guy can't
so
fucking
badly.
read.
Nobody's ever seen
worse than me.
Like this one. This was a no-brainer. This was an easy extension. But they didn't want to do it the way. They had to do it the hard way. They look very bad, the Democrats do. More than 1 million government workers from their paychecks and cut off food stamp benefits
did that.
for millions and millions more Americans.
You fucking did that.
They caused tens of thousands of federal contractors and small businesses to go unpaid, and the total effect of the damage their antics caused will take weeks and probably months to really calculate accurately. including the serious harm that they did to our economy and to people and to families. So I just want to tell the American people, you should not forget this when we come up to midterms and other things. Don't forget what they've done to our country. I also
Piece
want
of
to
shit. Jesus
call
Christ.
for a termination to the filibuster so that this can never happen again. If we had the filibuster terminated, this would never happen again.
Do it.
And don't forget,
Do it,
we
you
have
fucking
another thing
idiot.
coming up in the not too distant future. We can never
Do
let
it.
this happen again, and we should be able to pass great,
Do it.
really great legislation. So I say terminate the filibuster. Because,
Do it.
By the way, the Democrats will do it immediately if they ever.
You're goddamn right we will.
They won't.
You're goddamn right we will. And we're gonna fucking ram healthcare down your disgusting throat, and then we're gonna reinstate it.
We set a record. It's the
All in favor of reinstating the filibuster? 51 votes? That's so great.
So think of that, 48 times.
Do it.
We had a record set, but today is the highest of them all. We're going to break new grounds. Nobody would have thought. I have with us not only the great political leaders,
Thanks.
but the great business leaders of our country. They're standing right behind me and right really alongside of me. And if we would have told them a year ago that we'd be having stock prices this high, none of them, in fact, I just asked them that question, none of them would have believed it. And that inures to jobs and, very importantly, to 401ks, which have also set a record today, a record high for the people that have 401ks.
Our dollar is worth 10% what it was when you took office.
Walmart, because they
We
came
have
up with
10%. You all took a 10%
fantastic
fucking
study.
pay cut,
It was
by the way,
cost of Thanksgiving.
in addition to the tariffs
Coming
that
up
he
at the cost
fucking.
of Thanksgiving from a year ago under Sleepy Joe Biden, and we're 25% lower this year than we were a year ago. And it's a very inclusive report. So I want to thank Walmart. They've done it for many years, but we believe in that, and we believe in that company. I want to also thank the 8 Senate Democrats who finally did the right thing in voting to end this craziness, this madness, but unfortunately...
We lost 100,000 jobs last month.
Congressional Democrats were happy for
100,000 jobs last month.
They really did suffer too. And the Democrats said
100,000.
We finally have a point. Even though people have to suffer, we finally have a point, and that didn't work out too well for them. But they really went out and they could appease the fringe benefits of their far left base. But that didn't work out because now their far left base is angrier than ever before.
At you dumb dick idiot.
Elected a mayor of New York City who happens to be a communist. When was that going to happen? Remember I said all the time during my campaign, we will never be a socialist country. And that's right. We turned out to have a communist in New York City.
If I would bet you $1 trillion right now. I'll bet every red cent that I have. If I said, Donald Trump, what's the difference between communism and socialism? He could never tell you. I would be so rich.
Filibuster, terminate the filibuster. It'll never happen again. So with my signature, the federal government will now resume normal operations, and my administration and our partners in Congress will continue our work to lower the cost of living, restore public safety, grow our economy, and make America affordable again for all Americans. Again, costs are way down. Energy is way down.
Wrong.
Gasoline is at $2.50
because no one's driving.
Versus
and also wrong.
$4.70 for the Democrats. And we think we're going to hit pretty close to $2 a gallon. That's like a really massive tax.
Because no one is traveling because everyone can't afford fucking groceries. You piece of shit. No.
Income workers, low income, everybody. The biggest tax cut in the history of our country. And it's no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, and very importantly, no tax on overtime. You work overtime, there's no tax.
That's, up until a certain point.
The things that add up to the biggest tax cut in history. One other thing, you hear about rich people with deductions. Well, when you buy your car and you borrow money, you're allowed to now deduct the interest on that loan. So you can take that interest deduction, and what you can take is that interest payment.
Why is he yelling?
Deducted for income tax purposes. That's a tremendous tax cut right there.
It's like $80.
System the Democrats broke.
It's $80.
Disaster known
You
as
fucking
Obamacare.
psycho.
Obamacare was a disaster from day one. It's done nothing but go up. And if you remember President Barack Hussein Obama, when he came up with this crazy idea. He said everything's going to be great, rates are going to go down, payments are going to go down, everything's going to go down. It went the exact opposite.
They added 30 million people who didn't have insurance to the marketplace. He insured 30 million people. You fucking tyrant. You just absolute abhorrent fucking ghoul.
So that they can buy their own health care, which will be far better and far less
They can't afford it.
than the disaster known as Obamacare.
Everybody's rates are tripling. The people who are losing their fucking ACA subsidies aren't going to go without insurance. And so if they have a fucking medical emergency, they're going to be $180,000 in debt if they stay in the hospital for more than 2 days. You fucking monster.
Over a short period of time, because our country stupidly pays them so much money with this Obamacare scandal.
I'm not going to listen to this anymore. This is just going to make me fucking vomit. Okay. I'm going to go eat dinner, I think, and then maybe drive my car to the north and see if I can look at the sky. I'm going to go touch grass, I think, because I feel like I'm creating an ulcer. I might be back on later. We'll see. Appreciate you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for doing this with me. We'll be back on later, probably, just to say hi. And everybody, I don't know, fuck. Just try and think happy thoughts for a minute. Everybody say hi to Terry. Thanks, Terry. Good job beating cancer, Terry. That bitch didn't have a shot in hell with you. Picked the wrong motherfucker. That thing did. Proud of you. I can't think of anything else that was happening right now. Nothing else. Okay. See you in a bit. I'm going to go eat some congealed Chipotle. Bye.